to maximize this weighting technology, you will have to go and find first, number one, what gives the eagle the ability to mount up. Notice, the eagle is not the fastest bird, but it has an incredible ability to mount. It is its ability to mount, not its speed. Its ability to mount, to take advantage of the current circumstances and leverage them quickly. That ability to leverage, to climb on the things many times that are adverse to it. What is referring to there when it says they will mount up. The wind comes against it, it knows the angle to put its wings. So that when the wind hits it, rather than go down like every other bird, where does it go? It's carried. The mastery of adversity to create advantage is the first kind of strength. It's not, no, it's not the ability to fight. No. It's leverage. That you know what to do to use what came against you to become more than you were before the attack. It's not just to win the attack. It's to be more. To add the strength of your enemy to your own. Have you played some video games like that? You fight, you fight, you fight. You kill the enemy. Then the strength of the enemy, they add it to your own. Then it becomes bigger. Then you fight again. You're not just fighting to win. Oh my God. You are fighting to be more. That's the strength. It's the first strength. It means that anybody that's running away from trouble, every time they say, Wahala comes, just stand for anything. You have no resistance power. You start a business, it starts to have issue. After 6 months, you go and meet God. You say, God, you know I don't like trouble. I don't like stress. It's you that say I should do this thing. Now it's not producing. They even prophesied it. I only followed what they said. You either make it work now or just allow me to do what I like. Put the scripture. I'll need it throughout this conversation because I want this thing to be imprinted in the minds of the people. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. The eagle is an extra. Let's talk about the eagle mounting. Is that okay? Yes, and maybe we'll go home. There are two other mysteries there, but let's finish this one. The eagle is an extraordinary bird. The eagle can live up to maybe about 70 years, 70, 80 years. And researchers tell us it's because it's mentally strong. It's always looking for an opportunity to overturn adversity. That's the first key to long life. Mental strength. That you can look at something that would have made you cry in an older season and you're actually laughing. And it's not a drama. It has amused you. What is making other people cry is producing real laughter within you. You are laughing into scorn. It's painful, but it's producing laughter. It says that's how the eagle that's how to live long. So every time adversity hits, you find one corner. Then you call 2-3 people that you know are as emotional as you are. Then you quickly set up a WhatsApp group and post the problem there so that they can contribute tears. You know what's happening to you? You are shortening your lifespan. You're shortening, and you don't know. Your lifespan will be so short. When God actually delivers you, you will not be alive to take the deliverance. If he delivers you, you won't have the life years it takes to handle deliverance. You have to build that capacity. The eagle, incredible bird. But after about before it's old, it has to make a very tough decision. Many times halfway into his life, at 40, very tough decision. Either to die or to go through a painful phase of change. Has to make that decision. Because at this point, the feathers are already thick and dry. The claws are already blunt for the hunt. And the beak bent, too bent, because it has hit it on many prays. It's bent, it's cracked, it's not strong. So it's either going to die because it can't feed, because it can't catch what it would catch, fish, and all the other animals, or it will accept a painful process of 150 days alone. In a high mountain, all by itself. The moment it lands on that mountain, tired, struggled to climb because the wicks are thick, it's not getting the lubrication it used to get that keeps the feathers alive. It arrives at the first thing it does, it starts to hit that bent beak on the rock. Hard bent beak that built for 40 years. Hit it sometimes for hours with blood from the nose, blood from the face. Sometimes you hit it the wrong way and it's the eyes that will hit the rock. And you'll keep hitting it until that bent beak falls out. Then you will wait for the healing of his face. And then wait for that beak to grow out and stay on that mountain. The moment the beaks grow back out, it will use the new beak to rip out its claws from the talons and tear the skin from the subcutaneous layer and tear it until the claws come out. And then it will stay there on the mountain until the claws grow. While the claws are growing, it will use the beak and the claws to remove every single feather. Some feathers will fall by themselves. Nature has a way of removing the same feather from both sides. A feather of flight from one side and a feather of flight from the other side. A feather of balance from this side. A feather of balance from the other side. But some don't come up very quickly. And it doesn't have forever, or it's going to die because it's fasting and growing lean. So you'll start pulling them out. And it must pull out the same type from this side that is pulling out from the other side. And when they all come off, then the new ones grow. After 150 days, it'll flap that wing and go straight into the sky. What you see is new life. New life. What does that teach you? That the actual cycle of strength of the eagle is 40 years. It's supposed to die after 40 years. He knows the cycle of his strength is 40 years. So rather than dying, he chooses pain, because except the corn of wheat fall to the ground, it abides alone. But when it dies, it brings forth much fruit. So what it does is, the eagle is extraordinary because it's one of the only creatures that knows how to renew all of his years and get another 40. This is teaching me about us, that we're supposed to go to God for technology by which we don't grow old. What takes us out of the planet is our assignment when it is done, not the years of our life. First, we have mastered the cycle of our strength. We know that we will need a replacement of body parts every 60 years. So when you clock 60 and people are buying cakes, you go in a retreat and say, Father, I need new eyeballs. These ones are using glasses. Some of the things you've told me need another 30 years. Come on, somebody talk to me. That it is within the strength package of God that we go to him and we negotiate for a new liver. That we're not supposed to be dying of cancer before we're asking for healing. Come on, talk to me. No! It is within the waiting package. You can enter a waiting period and come out with 5 new organs just because they were old. And you've changed all of them.